Two years ago, my wife and I discovered someone had been living inside our house. Not in the basement, not in the attic, inside the walls. There's a real phenomenon called phrogging, where strangers secretly live inside someone else's home without them ever knowing, sometimes for weeks, sometimes for years. We bought a house that seemed like a steal. We didn't realize why. It was a small place in a quiet suburb. 2 bedrooms, unfinished basement, big backyard. The price was slashed way below market value, and we jumped at it. Our realtor mentioned the previous owner had died. The bank foreclosed fast, and the place had sat empty for nearly a year. We didn't dig deeper. We were just excited to finally have our own home. The first week felt normal, the usual chaos of unpacking. But the house was old, and it made noises. A lot of them, mostly after dark, scratching inside the walls, slow, deliberate, occasional dull thumps from somewhere, above or below. We told ourselves it was rats or settling beams. I set traps in the basement. None ever caught a thing. Then, small items started vanishing. A fork from the drawer, my wife's favorite coffee mug, her phone charger, gone one morning, then reappearing on the washing machine in the laundry room. We blamed the move, but the unease started creeping in. Like the house was watching us rearrange our lives. One night, I jolted awake at 2 a.m. to a faint bump downstairs. I lay there listening. Silence. I got up, heart thumping, and crept down. Kitchen dark, living room untouched, but the back door was unlocked. I clearly remembered twisting the deadbolt before bed. My wife had double-checked it too. After that, the noises escalated. Soft footsteps padding through the house. Faint, careful, like someone trying not to be heard. One night, my wife shook me awake, whispering, "Do you hear that?" Above us, slow creaks, like weight shifting on floorboards, step by deliberate step. I called an exterminator. He poked around and came back shaking his head. No rats, no raccoons, nothing living up there. For a few days it was quiet, unnatural quiet, like the house was holding its breath. Then, the smell hit. Sour, meaty rot drifting through the hallway. It grew thicker, clinging to our clothes. That weekend, I grabbed a hammer and cut into the drywall where the stench was strongest. The odor exploded out, rotting flesh, thick and wet, inches from where we slept. I widened the hole and shined my phone light inside, narrow crawl space, dust-covered beams, and in the corner, something pale, curled up, human-shaped. The police identified him, the previous owner's husband. He'd been living in the walls, using maintenance spaces just wide enough to crawl through. They found food wrappers, water bottles, blankets. I asked the officer one thing before he left. How long had the body been there? He paused. Not very long. A few days, at most. Which meant every scratch, every footstep, every missing item. He'd been alive, inside the walls, while we slept, ate, and lived our lives just feet away. That night I went upstairs alone. I opened the bedroom closet and moved the loose panel the police had pointed out. Dark crawl space, blankets, wrappers, bottles, but further in, another blanket, fresh looking, another pile of wrappers. The police had searched the walls that afternoon. They only removed one body. The second one was still breathing,